So hi, I'm Karen, and I would just like to start by saying it's lovely and really inspiring to see so many members get together here tonight, and I think that speaks volumes about us as a group of people. I'm going to speak to you about my experience as being part of the staff team, and that's been for the last 5 years. But I also want to talk to you tonight about the development of the role. And I just want to give you a little bit of context into my life, just so that you can understand where I've sort of come from and where I'm at now. So when I found Get Together, you could say I was at a bit of an emotional crossroads in my life. So I'd gone through special education and then mainstream secondary school, and I'd managed to get a degree, and I had always been sort of productive, volunteering, doing things, but there had never really been a discussion either at school, after school, or even at home about getting a job. And at first I didn't really think too much about that, because I think it came from a good place. I think everyone around me was saying it from a good place. But I'll be honest, I was starting to question things, question where I was at, what I was doing. And this all sort of came to a quite extreme example, and this was when I was trying to get access onto a bus, and this was kind of a really, really bad experience, in which I couldn't access that, and all kind of negative societal attitudes all sort of hit me at once. And if you haven't seen the film, it's called Buggy Off. And I know, ruthless promotion, self-promotion, you know.
Go ahead.
You're surrounded by politicians.
If you haven't seen it, it's worth a look. And I think the point of making that film wasn't really for me about a bus, ironically. It was about value. It was about people are making judgments about me and they haven't even spoke to me. And I realised then that things had to change, and I had to be the one to make the change. And I remember when I went to the interview, I spoke about that experience, and 2 people that interviewed me are in the room tonight, so it's quite emotional to be talking about that. But I realised at that moment that I was actually the expert in my own life, and it was like, you know, that light bulb moment you get of, wow, someone's listening to me, someone's getting what I'm saying. And from there, it just really went from strength to strength. I got the job, which was amazing. Like, I can't tell you what that was like when I got the phone call. And yet this is somebody who's done all the things that I'm meant to do. So I was kind of wondering what happened there. Why was I so struck by it? And I don't still really understand that, but I call it magic, because it feels a bit magic sometimes. But I realised through my work with Get Together, and I've had some fantastic opportunities. I've been able to host all different sorts of events and take part in training, working with Thistle, doing peer support, facilitation, all sorts of things that I would never have had the chance to do. And I'm now at a point with Get Together where I'm thinking, what's next? What happens? And that's really important, because traditionally people with disabilities are kind of kept where they are because it's safe and it's what's expected. And it was quite a difficult thing, because I was thinking, I'm asking questions and I'm potentially moving on from something that's gave me so much. And it kind of goes back to what Claire said, it can feel a bit uncomfortable. But I think I recognised that I needed to have that communication, and I needed to be honest with Get Together, just like they had been honest with me. So I spoke to them about saying, what's next for me, where can I go? So we've developed the role a little bit, and I'm now peer support in groups, which I've really enjoyed. I'm nosy, I'm still questioning, I'm still wanting more. So I've spoke to the team and I've actually started trying to apply for jobs out in the world, because Get Together was, these jobs are specifically set up, and while they're fantastic and they've done so much, why does this need to be such a unique thing? And I've tried to go for interviews and I've gone for some. I've gone for Police Scotland, which are next door, NHS 24, Inclusion Scotland, all the places that I thought maybe I could make a difference. And as yet, I've not been successful. But that's not really the point. The point is that I'm going out and I'm asking those questions, and I wouldn't have been able to do that. And I'm able to look employers and say, in the face and say, I'm worth employing, I'm worth giving a chance. And I think when we talk about self-determination, it's quite easy, because we've all spoke about our role being employed, that isn't the only way you can be self-determined. Whatever anybody wants to do, as long as it's their voice that's being heard and they're the ones driving forward, that's self-determination. Whether it be getting a job, getting married, having sex, having children, whatever it is, going to a nightclub, deciding when you want to go home, that's self-determination. And I think through having my job, I've realised that I can make changes and I can be at the front and be the voice. And I just want everyone in the room to think back when they got their first pay slip. What did you feel? What did you spend it on? Nobody told you that it would be really hard for that to happen. But for quite a lot of us in the room, that still feels like it's really far away. And I just want you to think, if you were in that situation, what would you want people to say? And then, thanks for listening, and I now want to open for any questions to the panel.